Hello. Today we're talking about the sudden anxiety and nervous system shifts that women experience in perimenopause. So, one of the most confusing symptoms can be anxiety. And women will start dealing with it even if they've never struggled with anxiety before in their life. So, women who used to feel emotionally steady suddenly feel overwhelmed, overstimulated by noise, emotionally fragile, and constantly on the edge. And what we don't realize is that our nervous system and our hormones are shifting together. So today you're watching Straight from the Doctor's Desk with me, Dr. Andrea Purcell. For over 2 decades, I've helped women understand hormonal and metabolic changes happening in their bodies and all of the things that drive perimenopause into menopause symptoms. So one of the most common things that I hear from women is, I don't feel like myself anymore. And for many women, anxiety becomes one of those first signs that something deeper is changing hormonally. And it's not the typical, right? It's not the hot flash, it's not the night sweat, it's something shifts underneath the surface. Maybe you were the calm one, the dependable one, the woman who could juggle work and children and aging parents and schedules and stress and all the responsibilities, all the hats, right? Without feeling emotionally overwhelmed. And then suddenly, little bit by little bit, one day, heart's racing, feeling overstimulated, small stressors suddenly feel enormous, right? Dysregulated sleep is a big problem. I talk about that in another video. But it's like the nervous system just feels like it's in overdrive. So just like Judy, who came to see me a few months ago, she was a very patient, steady person. And then menopause hit and she started feeling edgy, impatient, irritable. Each morning she would wake up and she said, Dr. Rosal, I just dread dealing with people. I just want to hide in my bedroom. Better yet, I want to hide in my closet all day. And it was just really so out of character for her. She didn't know what was happening. Her poor husband was walking on eggshells, that to the point where after work, she would make it through the workday. She would go to the gym to try to release her anger and her stress. She would do back-to-back workout classes just to try to feel better, basically exhausting ourselves through exercise, trying to outrun the sensations that she was having. So really the question is, why do women start to feel anxiety in perimenopause? And it's because hormones do far more than regulate periods and reproduction. We're coming to find, I've been doing this for 20 years, mainstream's catching up, that estrogen and progesterone directly influence our brain, neurotransmitters, our stress, our sleep, and our nervous system regulation. And as hormones begin fluctuating, the nervous system is sensitive to that and it reacts to it. And so estrogen highs and lows, they affect our brain chemistry. So serotonin, dopamine, our clarity, our ability to emotionally regulate and not have stress affect us as deeply. Progesterone has an incredibly calming effect on the nervous system. So when hormones start fluctuating unpredictably, women do start to experience all of the symptoms we were just talking about: panic, anxiety, irritability, racing thoughts, can't make a decision, overwhelmed, emotionally sensitive, feeling prickly. And there are very real physiological components that are happening underneath the surface. It's just not you. You don't have to white knuckle it because perimenopause lowers our margin for stress overall. And our body becomes less resilient to the things that it may have tolerated easily years earlier. So there is a connection between hormones and stress. And one of the most confusing parts about hormonal anxiety is it feels very physical. There are physical effects, right? So if your heart starts beating rapidly, or your chest feels tight, or you're having shortness of breath, or just feeling internal trembling, don't like being in crowds anymore. When what happens is women end up in urgent care or the emergency room, just wanting to rule out some more serious conditions. And hopefully nothing more serious is going on. And that's why I believe women deserve a more comprehensive and informed conversation about midlife hormonal health. And honestly, sleep disruption is one of the biggest accelerators of anxiety in midlife. And so when a woman is waking multiple times a night, either can't fall asleep or can't stay asleep, it just, again, it accelerates everything. It accelerates the nervous system. It accelerates the adrenaline and the cortisol responses. It interferes with the circadian rhythm. And then the nervous system doesn't have time to recoup. So this creates a cycle where poor sleep begets more anxiety, and then anxiety worsens sleep. Over time, we're just going to burn out. It's like an empty gas tank. So the good news is that supporting the nervous system naturally can make a tremendous difference. And some foundational areas that I focus on with patients include absolutely hormone evaluation and support, blood sugar stabilization, which then also, if that's erratic, feeds into anxiety, absolutely improving sleep quality, helping calm and soothe the nervous system through regulation, and then targeting some key nutrients that help support all of these pieces. So if you've suddenly found yourself feeling anxious, emotionally fragile, overstimulated, unlike yourself, you're not alone. Okay. And this is real. And I want you to be able to ask for help for this, because there are real things happening under the surface. And with the proper understanding, education, and support, you can thrive and not just survive during this stage of life. So my goal for you is to help you feel clear, resilient, emotionally grounded, connected to yourself, so that you can connect to the world around you, because you deserve to feel like yourself, and we need you. The world needs you, and I'm here for you. You can download my free Perimenopause Power Guide for all the details of the ins and outs of menopause.